kids, today I have a story for you, but first off, we have a verse from Psalm 139, verse 23. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Al-Hafid was a rich man who owned a large farm in south-central India. One day, an old friend told Al-Hafid about diamonds, the world's most valuable gems. Al-Hafid became so obsessed with the idea of becoming even more rich that he sold his farm and traveled the world in search of diamonds. Finally, after spending every penny he had, Al-Hafid gave up his search and died a poor and broken man. Meanwhile, back on Al-Hafid's property, the new owner took his camel to a brook to drink some water. While the camel was drinking, the owner noticed a shiny stone glinting in the water. The man thought it was pretty and took it home, where he placed it on the mantle of his fireplace. A few days later, the old friend came back to the property. Seeing the sparkling rock on the mantle, he recognized it as a large diamond. In this simple way, the magnificent diamond mines of Golconda were discovered. Today, Golconda diamonds are known as the finest in the world. Some of the most famous diamonds, including the beautiful Blue Hope diamond, have come from the Golconda mines. Just like Al-Hafid, many people dream about finding or buying a real diamond, but many counterfeit diamonds exist. There are also plenty of gemstones, such as the white topaz and the sapphire, that look like diamonds. If you think you own a diamond and want to know if it's real, have it examined by a diamond expert. He can run several types of tests that will show if you have a real diamond. God is also a diamond expert who runs tests on us to see if we are one of his real diamonds. Here are some of the tests that will show if a diamond is real and if you are one of God's real diamonds. Number 1, water testing. This is probably one of the easiest ways to find out whether or not your gem is a real diamond. The expert will fill a glass with water and simply drop your stone into it. Real diamonds are very dense, so they will quickly sink to the bottom. A counterfeit diamond, however, will float. Likewise, the words and actions of God's genuine diamonds won't be silly and thoughtless. Instead, your life will have a deeper meaning. You won't float on the surface of biblical truth, but dive in deep to find God's treasures. God's promise is, I will give you hidden treasures, riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who summons you by name. Isaiah 45, verse 3. The second test is using a magnifying glass. With a magnifying glass, a diamond expert will carefully look at the inside and outside of your gem. Every natural diamond has its own unique growth patterns that make it one of a kind. Just like snowflakes, no two diamonds are alike. In the same way, God will test you to see if you are genuine or a cheap counterfeit. Do you keep comparing yourself with other kids, or do you accept who you are? The most outstanding diamond expert in the universe created you with a unique set of incredible talents and skills. Just because your brother got a better grade in math than you shouldn't make you feel like you aren't smart. Congratulate him. If your friend got a new toy you wanted, you shouldn't feel jealous. Be happy for her. Just because the neighborhood kids do strange things to try to be cool, you don't need to copy them. Remind yourself of God's promise. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Psalm 139, verses 13 to 14. Another test is to use fire. So this happens by lighting a stone on fire for 30 to 40 seconds and then dropping it into a cool water. A fake diamond will shatter to pieces immediately. A real diamond, on the other hand, won't break. This is because weaker materials cannot survive the stress of expanding from the heat on the flame and then quickly contracting in the cold water. Genuine diamonds are formed under intense pressure and heat. In the same way, your faith will be tested if you are a real diamond. It might even feel like you are going through a flood of trouble or a trial by fire. For example, your classmates might make fun of you. Your parents might not understand you. Your friends could disappoint you, or certain YouTube videos or video games might tempt you. Overcoming these trials will make you stronger and prepare you for something greater. In the Old Testament, the people of Israel had to go through a similar test. We read about it in Deuteronomy 8 verses 2-3. Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years to humble and test you to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commandments. He humbled you, causing you to hunger, and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Another way to test diamonds is to observe the diamond sparkle. This is a quick and easy thing to do, since the expert just needs his eyes. Holding your gem under a lamp, he observes how the light shimmers and bounces off. A real diamond has exceptional sparkle because it reflects the light very well. If you are a true diamond of God, you will also reflect his love and kindness to the people around you. Your sparkle will not come from yourself. Your family, friends, classmates, and neighbors will notice a special sparkle that Daniel describes in the Bible. Those who are wise will shine like the brightest of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. Daniel 12 verse 3. When you love and obey God, you will become better and better at reflecting God's loving nature to others. You won't allow people, things, or circumstances to steal your shimmer. I saw an arm reaching down from heaven holding a golden scepter. On the top of the scepter was a crown studded with diamonds. Every diamond emitted light, bright, clear, and beautiful. Inscribed upon the crown were these words: "All who win me are happy and shall have everlasting life." Don't be afraid of going through the tests of the last days. Instead, trust in God. He will help you to pass all these tests and become a real diamond for Jesus. Amen.